Minions 5, continuing my game as Pangaea, where I am fighting quite a war here. We will look at it soon. Let me check my settings here. I haven't played since last time, so we're just continuing exactly where we left off last time. I always do this when I start a stream, make sure everything's good. I think I figured out my Kenshi streaming issue. It was the water. The minute we got near water in Kenshi, which is pretty rare, but still, I suddenly had frame rates dropping like mad. And so I think it was the water. So here we go. Everything is set correctly. I should have like a thing where, you know, an overlay where you guys can't see me just clicking on shit. I mean, you can't see what I'm clicking on, but staring at my other monitor. Damn it, there's a pillow in the background. It's become a new issue. Okay. All right. We'll go over what I'm doing here, what my plans are. But let's check these. I don't remember what was exactly going on. Blood Bowl, I never find anything with that. Oh, these are just their new prophets. Their prophets must have died. Battle in Jebero. Oh, right, this is coming back to me. They attack every turn. And I actually had a theory about this. Let's look. No, my theory would not be correct. Maybe it would be correct. I was thinking maybe the issue is the computer can't see that I have stealthy guys here. Maybe that is correct. So they think this is a lot weaker. Even if they had a spy in here, maybe they think that it's weaker, so they keep attacking and losing. Even their giant mouflons. Flagrant mouflons. Raspberry Woods. What'd we do? Flagra. We won. Looks like we took a few casualties, but that doesn't matter. Just chumps. You know, I should check. I should bring up my stats, my streaming stats, because I've had so many issues lately. It's about right around the time I got an Oculus that I started having issues. I'm wondering if I installed something that fucks with my streaming. We conquered some independents, some Onis. Some little baby Onis. Was that glowing caves? Yeah, I feel like this is a turn behind what we did, but maybe not. We were beaten by the forces of Ashdod. And that is the war to the east, is the Ashdod. There's a lot of them. And they're kind of tough. Size 3. How big is a satyr? Size 2. So yeah, these guys are slightly larger. These guys are big. We got plans for the Ashdod there. Fortress of Years, we captured a fortress. And we lost barely anything. The Fishians, yeah. Lack of supply. Great. We're ready to go here. Sorry for streaming so late lately. My sleep schedule is so fucked up. I can't even believe it. Can't even understand it. Alright, so let's see what our overall strategic look here is. These are the guys we've been fighting forever. And we've been slowly pushing them back. And we've actually captured this fortress from them. This fortress from them. This fortress from them. And I think they're on the ropes. And this is just some little chump army I got going here. And I was going to bring this giant army. We were chasing their largest army around down here. So the goal was originally to use this giant army, my largest army, to fight this war and finish these guys off. But then these Ashdod dicks, these asshole Ashdods, declared war on me. And they started expanding quite quickly. They don't know we're over here yet, I don't think. I mean, they probably know, but they're not right up against us. There is another AI nation here. They're the monkey guys, and so they're not. The monkey guys are pretty weak. So instead of moving these guys back, we're going to continue east, and this is going to be the war to the east over here. We're just going to roll as fast as we can with my large army here. we have an additional army up here, which is going to be capturing these independents because we need to continue to expand. We need our income to continually grow. And I was actually thinking about this, and this is like the strategy that is most feared by, like, this is not the wars that you want to you never want to fight in real life, a war where you have to keep moving forward and capturing stuff to increase things to keep rolling forward. It's just not the way you want to have, like, a nice strong centralized area, which I mean, because of my dominion, the higher my dominion, we get order, we get productivity, luck, and magic. I mean, that improves these things around us. You start with 30,000 people at your home population. So I've gained 6,000, but I've also got a lot of random events that have made population go away. So what we want is just a regular growth in our centralized area so that we don't have to keep expanding. If it's a expand and die, then it's a bad strategy, but that's how Dominions is. It's always expand and die. So that is our plan for tonight, or this morning, is to just keep rolling east and making the Ashdods suffer. And we have this was like a little freebie area we got by some random events, but they're all the way down here, and I think we attacked in here and we lost. We did, and so I was pulling out. Oh, maybe I finished my turn. Did I finish my turn? I think I did, and I just didn't end my turn. And we had the possibility to probably easily take this, but I didn't want to because I didn't want to have another war that I'm fighting. So my hope is that if we just ignore these guys, they'll ignore us and they'll keep, expanding down here, and we can deal with them later. Because the Ashdods are the biggest threat by far over here. Did I mention I fixed Kenshi streaming? I think I did. It was the water. Alright, it looks like I already did my turn. This guy's hiding. He's already moving back in. These guys are hiding in this castle. We got a spy. This one's sneaking somewhere. Where's she sneaking to? Okay, we're going to try to get some commander there. I think this might be their home base. Ulm. No, this is somebody else's. These are the barbarians' home base. They were wiped out by these guys. So here we go with the stress. Did I already recruit everybody? I sure did. Let's take a look at my research. Construction level 4. Man, we're starting to really pick up on the research points. We got Poison Kiss, that was her name. She is empowering again. She's getting pretty badass. She got cursed or something though. Horror marked. Right off the bat, she got that. These guys are all researching, foraging. I think, who's on the move here? It's this guy. Yeah, he's bringing these things down. Yeah, we totally already did our turn. So let's end turn. Yo, Buffer, how are you this morning? Or is it morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are? The turns get longer and longer by the AI as we sit here. Lunchtime. Man, my sleep schedule's all fucked up. It's 3 a.m. here. Glad it's a Saturday. This happens to be on work days too, by the way. So I'll wake up at 3 a.m. and have to work at 7:30. And sometimes I try to just lay in bed and flop around until 7:30, and other times I just give up. All right, we empowered ourselves. You found 2 sites here. And what does this give us? Supply and gems. Blood Bolt, nothing. Tries to seduce, but he does not shy away. Didn't give up his position though. Some people died on the way to Raspberry Woods. We defeated the attacking forces from Flagra. These Flagra guys. Wow, we took some heavy casualties too, but we killed them all. We killed them. Yeah. I wish it was 20 years ago. I wouldn't need any sleep. Like 2 hours was enough. We defeated them at the Flagra forces here too with our defenses. They just love coming in here. Haunted Woods. We conquered with minimal casualties, just some Meonads. And Meonads are free guys. We conquered them there. And then this is a battle from Ashdod here. They just lost some Lion Tribe. These guys suck anyways. They got a whole weird mixture of units. 68 of them. Where is this? I think this is... Yeah, they're getting up and against our eastern flank here. Okay, we have 3 armies over here? I thought we only had 2. They are actually farther. We need to draw this army down is what we want them to come down and engage with this army. I think this army is just a transportation army. It is, yeah. Back to my messages. Xanthrath. The province previously owned by Flagra has been conquered by us. We lost 19 dudes, though, out of our 86. Red Mines. We conquered this. The Syncophilian. Are these like the guys with dog heads? They are. Dog-headed beastmen living in the mountains between Kalasa and the Suramontian steppes. Says their commanders are not very good. We took them out. Unexpected events, unrest, and magic. Some gems, scattering of gems. Sneaking enemy was discovered. And what? Stonehaven. Where is this? Well, wherever it is, we won. We won the war. Whoops, not research. Black supplies and red mine. We got another white minotaur, which is nice. We got some good shit here. How are we doing? How much of the world do we cover? A very small amount. The water is going to be interesting to get into the water. Okay, so we took this and this turn. I think, yeah, we did. No, we didn't take that this turn. We took this turn. And this? We can tell by how much defense it has. Guess we just took that. Thought we fought 2. This one was a defensive war. And this is just a mix of flags. Here we got independent. We got the Felicians or whatever they're called. We got the Ashdods. The Ashdods are really the biggest threat here. Where did our spy go? Okay, so the Ashdods are actually up against these other guys now. They own quite a, I mean, they're all the way down here and they're all the way up here. They own quite an area. Who knows how far east they go too, but they're bumping up against the monkeys over here. So nothing looking at this. What is this guy doing? I think he was building a temple or something. How much money do we got? We're not up to, we were up to like 5 grand for a while, or 6 grand. Yeah, I think he was gonna build a temple here, because our dominion is kind of not expanding as much as we want. So let's um, construct a temple. And this spy is just gonna stay there until she dies. We regrouped our whole army here. I think we should go into this neutral area. Oh, we regrouped most of our army here. I might have accidentally left some people behind. That's not a good thing. I should pull these guys out. And alright, this is Minsos and Emilos. We are at war with these guys, but last battle I tried to go in with this like weaker armies. I lost, and I don't really want to go to war with these guys. This is another nation. I think they had a random event that got this here. But in reality, they could be so far from me that it wouldn't matter. But they could be so close to me that we don't want to like attract their wrath, and so I'm just gonna ignore that for now. It sucks that I left these guys behind. Alright, this is my major, massive army that's starving here. And what we're going to do is move him constantly against Ashdod. Every turn we want him to attack an Ashdod place and just keep moving. And what we also want is this guy. I guess he'll stop on the way. Oh, I can't get here. He can't. Where can he go? He's got 2 of these things these things reduce supply usage. So basically what we want is him to drop these off with these 2 larger armies. One here and then one here. We already got one here, but maybe it was a mistake to give that to that guy. Maybe I should have given it to a flying person so they could fly it over. It probably is. I see a flying person right here. What's she got? She's got nothing. Oh, this is like a special leader. Speaking of special leaders, where did this guy appear? Okay, he appeared in my home base, which is what we wanted. Where did she go? Where did my flying lady go? Well, we'll just next till we get to her. This guy is gonna cast. Sometimes it's hard to remember what you did last time. I probably forged something? Magic items? You have another one of those. Let's do another one. You never can have too many. Nope. We want. They're kind of expensive. Yeah, they're 15. Nature gems. How many gems do I get a turn? Here we go. 17. So it's not that we're not operating in a deficit there. This guy got back. I think he's supposed to pick up troops. There aren't enough troops for him to pick up right now, though. Can we empower my god again? It looks like astral pearls, maybe? Nope. Nope, we don't have enough of anything for empowerment. What is her research? 57. That's pretty nice. What kind of ritual spells can she cast? Because she's got a whole shit ton of stuff. What is this one? Man, it kind of feels like a waste to have her do that, though. It is a waste. We did this last stream, too. I have her research. At some point, I'm going to have to, like, diversify somebody. You know, like this guy, I'll have to make him also a fire dude or something like that. How are we doing up here? We're doing fine. That way, we're not wasting her massive research ability. This guy can defend for now. She's going to stand there. Now, this little army we're moving off. We got a lot of leaders just sitting idle, which is fine, actually. I thought I had her moving. Oh, she did. She moved and ran away from she didn't get the seduction, didn't work for her. Oh, wait. No, that was a different person. She's going to seduce. I must have been recruiting one in here. Let's see here. Did she get down here? No. I'm reluctant to send her in here because it's a castle and I think they have defense there. Yep, hide. What are you doing? You're constructing temples. We need as many temples as we get, as we can get. Cause see all these empty spots. We need our dominion to match up with all our flags. This is actually bad that we're outrunning our dominion so badly. So I flew this spy down here last turn. No, I was thinking of this spy. So this is a different spy, but she's in a good spot to see. Man, we can see like, you know what we could do with her actually. We don't really need to know there. Let's fly her down to here. Or even here, and we can see how far these guys have expanded that direction. What was this person doing? Look at this guy. Oh, I hit next. I shouldn't have hit next. This is fine to figure out. I think I'm going to leave these guys here. We want to see if they're at war. I doubt they're at war. Otherwise, there'd be more troops over there. This person was probably constructing a building, a temple. We're grinding through our shit fast. Let's look at the Hall of Fame while I'm here. This is my profit. We got a bunch of people in the Hall of Fame, which is good. The more of us in the Hall of Fame, that means the less of them that can be in the Hall of Fame. All right, Haunted Woods, we want to go up to, man, we're going to be low on cash. How good can we do? We can get to 20, no problem. How much did that cost us, though? It costs like $500 to get to 30, but I think we need to do it there. If you're wondering why there's no music, I get not a copyright strike, but a claim. Copyright claim. Actually, where can this go? There's a neutral there, neutral on the music for this game, which blows my mind. This game in Distant Worlds. All right, this guy, it seems like we'd want to move this guy to the front, but I want to capture this shit. I need him to clear this stuff in our flank here. It's a nice little army. This guy's going to meet up with him, but we need this guy to clear the flank, and that's where there was a flying person. Here she is. She's actually a pretty good, what is this thing? Monster summoner. She's actually pretty good. I think she gets these hawks or whatever they are. Harpies. I don't know why I thought they were hawks. Obviously the harpies. She's a harpy, they're harpies. Oh, did I tell you I tried out that World War I flying game buffer? It was pretty good. It's very arcadey. It's one of the few games you can sit down and play on the Oculus. Almost every other one wants you to stand up. And it turns out I'm incredibly lazy. I was more lazy than I thought I was. What do we got here? Just out of curiosity. So what she's going to do is she's going to pick up this stuff. You know what? How many can she carry? No, let's not have her do that. She can pick up 2 from here and then fly them in. We need to fix their supply issue, which this for Pangaea, the supply issue is always an issue. Their thing is numbers over everything else, and part of that is they get the Meonads, however the fuck you say them. These guys, they just generate. They just appear in the army for free if there's turmoil in the province. So, where's my other? Do I have an army with those guys? I do. This is quite a fucking army. And why I'm recombining these like almost every turn is because they're dying from disease and from starvation. Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I played it almost every time. I've just been like, I don't know what I want to play for a video game, but I don't want to spend like a long time playing a game. And you know, it was dramatically more fun when I put it on the higher difficulty. And like on the easiest difficulty, I was like, I don't know about this game. This game's kind of lame. And then I was like, I'll try it on a really high difficulty, and it was vastly better. What is up with this negative right here? Why? um, yeah. I didn't wake up to play games. I woke up and was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? I can't just lay here and stare at the ceiling, so I guess I'll play games. I wonder why this is a -8. What is his deal? Um, got 40 years to live before he starts getting decrepit. Maybe it's talking about he's like the leader of the army? No, these guys have negatives too. Oh, I understand now. The negatives are good. He must have like nature magic or some shit. Supply bonus, there it is. Yeah, so the negatives are good over here. We want negatives, we don't want positives. All right. So this guy's going in. I think we can easily defeat Shemish the Zamjumite, who radiates power. This could be their god, but he's probably something else. If he's their god, that's a dumb place for them to put him. I feel confident we can win that battle. If we lose, we're in deep shit. So this guy's gonna come down here and move along here. We only can afford 20 there, which is fine, I guess. Yeah. Let's go back to my statistics and make sure I don't have any other 0 ones. I think I do, yeah. Xanthrast. Do I have more than that? Xanthrast, wherever this is. And this one I would like to put up to 40, but look how little gold I have left. I'm grinding through my gold really fast. We can get to 30. We could do 40. So we're gonna make about 2,700 next turn. We need some of those more random events where they just give me free fucking money. While I'm here, let's look at this army. This is fine. What was she doing? She needs to move forward. Okay, we got two little armies here, and I think I was planning... Yeah, we're gonna go into this castle is what we're gonna do here. And what was going on here? What are these guys doing? We got a couple of wolves. Are these guys moving troops around? That's a very small group of units to be moving around. She was probably building a temple. She has an army with her, though. Maybe she was moving troops. Whoops. Let's put all these troops with this guy, though. If that's the case. I may have had some other plan that I can't remember. And let's see. Yeah, she can join up over there. She can sneak to that battle. I'm pretty confident we'll win this fight, too. Their Cyclops hurlers are not that good. It seems like they would be badass, but they always... I notice the computer always has them rush in. Maybe they only can throw a really short range. Maybe that's their weakness. You need to go... Oh, what did I select here? I did this wrong. You're going to go there. We don't need you to sneak here. We need you to go to here. And I think what I'll do with this guy, since I think maybe he gets... Does he get... I don't know what his deal is. Runnable stuff, but I think I'm going to put him at the front and just have him charge in. Oh. Let me fix the sound. Never put it on my headset and it didn't matter because this game doesn't have sound. Second here. Yeah, there we go. It has sound, but very little sound. All fixed. Next. Who's next? This guy can move troops when the time comes. I think we went through everybody. I think I put everyone on auto. Auto recruit. What's she doing? She's not the spy I thought she was. There's no point in having her there. She can't seduce there. I don't know what I was doing with her. Let's move her. Maybe I was like moving her. I don't know what I was doing. This is fine here. Maybe we'll move her one to there just to get a little better look. These are neutral. She shouldn't be hiding. She should be seducing. We'll move him forward. These guys are just going to chill for now. There's going to be a point where I'm going to have to turn off my production, I think. Because my income's outrunning my... There is a spell that we can cast and convert stuff. But, alright, let's end my turn. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Normally I try not to take breaks so quick, but this will take a minute, so I'll be right back. Alright, what do we got? Failed to seduce. That's a bummer. Oh, and a battle ensued. Alright, no sights. Bummer. Blood Bowl. No sights again. In Scythia. Where's Scythia? Oh, in here. It looks like we lost that fight here. And we died. He liked her enough not to narc her out. And we lost this battle, huh? It was close. I guess, well, that little side army's not going to be able to do much. They're going to have to sit around for a while. Raspberry Woods again. We defeated him one more time. Our defenses just have to hold. This is the one we lost. Shadowglade. Enemy Fortress. We took this out except for the enemy fortress. That's in the upper north corner. Star Peak. We slaughtered them. And Mir, we fought. They put up quite a fight. This is Sham Shumite. That's their god. He's a glutton. Since the Melquarts left the earth and were trapped in Sheol, then the fuck are all these words? Since the Melquarts left the earth and were trapped in Sheol, that Nephilim's worship transformed into ancient ancestor worship. Defied kings of old are at the center of the cult, and the old blood feasts have become ritual banquets for the dead. The Zamzumims, the Mummers, the Ralphalite sorcerers and shepherds of the dead preside at the cultic funeral festival. So this is actually their god. I don't know why it says he has gold. Let's take a look at this battle because we won. And this was the one where I thought there was a god here. Let's see what it looked like though. Let's see how their god stood up. We don't care about these guys. That's what they're there for. Wait, is this their god? Their god isn't doing anything. If it is... Alright, our centaurs are attacking the rear here, as they're supposed to. Did we kill their god? This is their god, isn't it? Oh, maybe this isn't their god. Maybe this is just some dude. Shimish. We'll find out after we look here. Yeah, so they're big guys. Look at that. They're still around, and we're like smiting or whatever we're doing. We're spelling the shit out of them. But the good thing is none of them get to escape. The bad thing is my Minotaur is going to come over here and step on my own guys. Okay, so maybe that wasn't their god. I think that's just what he was. He was a Zamzamite. He wasn't much of a threat. Unexpected event. +2 Dominion. We want gold. Air gems. Worldwide event. Upcoming arena battle. Fortress has been breached. Let's take a look at Pretenders of the World. We want... Yeah, this is the Ulm guys. They already are dead. That's where the Ashdod guys killed. What are we looking for? We're looking for the Ashdod. They're kind of like a gray color. They're these guys? No. Yes. No, it was just one of these dudes. I got all excited. I thought we killed their god. Man, these guys are tough. We don't know who their god is. I mean, we won the battles that counted. Continue this group in, whoops, into here. And we'll take this castle this turn. And can we join these guys together? We get no morale bonuses with any of these dudes. So what we can do though is we don't need these guys to be compete in the death match. No, we're gonna storm the castle. And this guy can take off back to say here. To pick up troops. What is this like lone dude doing here? There's 4 of them. They're just hanging out. That's where they hang out. Look at all these forts that we've captured. Hey, you know we're not starving. We took enough casualties not to starve anymore. You always gotta look at the bright side of life, right? I was about to say the lemonade thing, and then I wanted lemonade. I was like, lemonade actually sounds kind of good. But every time I get lemonade from the store, it tastes disgusting. Oh yeah, I forgot we have heroes and stuff that I've just been sending to their death. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep moving forward. We're trying to draw this guy's whole fucking army. We want them to see this guy as a whole threat, as the biggest threat. But I'm wondering if, because these guys are all stealthy, he only sees a small portion. We want like everyone to draw down towards this guy. That way that will stop their advance. We took this. So these guys can keep rolling through here. We want this to we just want to own this. We can't be fucking around here. We're going to go through path of most resistance here. So I would like to capture this one. This would be the prime spot here to capture. But I want to take their armies out if I can. I mean, this is still a pretty big army. We still got 265 people, even though we took some heavy casualties. 265 against 40. We got to be able to take that, right? What we're going to need to do, though, is put some defense into these spots. And we don't really have the money. We're running out of money. So what we can do with that is go to 30 here. This is kind of like the front. This is kind of the front too. We're gonna have to turn off all of our recruitment for like a turn. Wish there was a pause recruitment button. And next turn we can turn everything back on. I think, except we'll leave this open. This is such a small. Yeah, we'll leave that going. I never got a castle over here on the eastern front. I was trying to build one somewhere over here, and a random event killed my guy who was doing it, and then I never just continued after that. So actually, will it show me where we're recruiting stuff? Doesn't look like it. We know we're recruiting in, what's this place called? Boggerwald. So if we go to Boggerwald here, Yeah, I don't think it shows if you're recruiting, just that there's dudes there. So I think that's it, and that should, if we do that for like 1 or 2 turns, not recruit anything, which is gonna suck. Oh wait, what about here? Now we turn that off. That should give us like a little, because we'll lose dudes too. Those guys are going in. We built a temple there so we can continue moving forward. Sneak you up there. You're moving in there. You're moving in there. Let's go with next. We're not going to build any temples this turn either. We're going to do a little money figuring out, and he's still chasing this guy. That guy's moving forward. We want you. No. Oh, you can't carry that much stuff. Can you carry both those things? What are these shoes like? Anyone who puts these boots on will find himself moving and acting much more quickly. When used in battle, the boots make their wearers attack and run at twice normal speed. We'll take these too. Oh, you can't. You don't have any feet to put them on. Or something like that. And how far can you fly? We want to fly somewhere safe-ish. So we can get these areas, and we'll have, this will all be us. And then we can have 2 armies going east. Or we could even join the armies into one giant army, which might be necessary because this army is going to get pounded next turn. I don't even know how much defense they have built here. All right, what were we doing with you? You're going to seduce. What were we doing with you? You're going to seduce. What were we doing with you? You were building a temple, I think. I think I was sending you there to build a temple, which we're not going to do this turn. We're going to spend almost all of our money on well, she gets quite a few harpies every turn. We're going to spend almost all of our money on defense this turn. And you're going to research. We're not going to do another bowl of gruel or whatever it's called. We're going to see if we can empower you. Man, it'd be nice to get Astral up. Looks like probably next turn we can do some bloodshed or some death. So we're going to have you research. You're just going to stand there like an idiot. You don't need to be there. We can move you to here in preparation of when we have a lot of cash there. You can stay there. You are gonna seduce. You are going to go in there. Next turn's gonna take a while because I'm gonna have to go through and mess with all my recruitments. How much do you cost? 220. So we moved her to see if it's a little different area. How far do these guys go east? Quite a distance, huh? You're gonna seduce. We gotta get one guy, right? You're gonna go south in preparation. Actually, no, you're not. You're gonna go east. Alright, so what we can see here is there's still, let's move you, just like slowly move this person to see how far they go. You're gonna stay there. Alright, we're done with everybody except for Actually, let's not do it this way, except for our defense growth here. Oh, and we gotta move these guys around. Let's figure out what's going on here. You can go pick up those guys. You can go pick up these guys. We failed at that battle. Looks like there's a guy here. You can go pick up those guys. And you guys can stay there. There's probably not much you can do. It looks like, yeah, we have some hoplites here. Making sure that whoops. God damn it. Hold an attack, rear closest. It's a pretty pathetic army. Once we collect some of these guys, it'll be a little bit better, but we're like pretty close to being attacked every turn. We got a buffer there. We got a no, not you buffer. We have a buffer of a buffer state. 40 here, 35, 35, 30, 30. We gotta go up to 35 on these guys. I know this is impacting my treasury, but that was what we did this turn. Let's go up to 30 on this. I know this isn't right next to these dudes, but now see, this is I'd like 40, it to be 40 against anybody who's a neighboring dude, so maybe we'll move this guy down one and see if this guy's expanding south. It would be a bummer if this person attacked, because it would. We should probably just take this, but I don't want to be at war with somebody I don't know where they are. Those guys are going in. I think that's the end of that. I do occasionally lose a frame on this game. It's pretty insignificant. I think it's when I alt-tab. So silent. There's got to be a better. So I've Googled it a ton, but I feel like there has to be a better solution for rights-free music. It's all just EDM. Research is complete. Yay. Let's actually fix our research. So now we get construction 4, which gives us greater magic items. I don't know what I would need to build there, but now we have that option. Conjuration is going to be level 4. Let's do some of this then. Do we want this to go up to level 4? Then let's do Conjuration 5, Construction 5. Let's do it like that. No magic sites. Hey, we blood marble mausoleum. That I don't know what that is. One death. I was hoping for something else. Uh, blood slaves. Whoops, that's not what I want. There's a battle in Rinthal. Our forces defeating the attacking forces from Ashdods. They seem to have a lot of ghouls. I don't know. I didn't know that they made ghouls. Maybe they had got a special site or something, but we defeated them. Where was this? Okay, so that's down here. So they're upping their armies down here. This is gonna, if we lose this, it's not the end of the world, but I prefer to obviously I would prefer not to lose what we've taken. Oceania, they got a new prophet. We seduced Balthazar the priest and Bogger World. There we go. Good to see some seduction working. Failed to seduce and we died. Oh, there was no enemy commander here. Failed to seduce in a battle and we killed him. Good. Excellent. March died. Holberg. We conquered and we lost 2 satyrs. And Kefstia. We lost 22 dudes and we defeated 36. Looks like we killed them all. We killed every motherfucker there. That is the goal in our wars. There's a battle in Shadowglade for the fortress. We captured the fortress. We also took some not so heavy casualties. I prefer not to lose my Centeride, Cataracts, Centeride. But yeah, fuck these guys. Flagride looks like they're getting their ass kicked. I think we're winning. Unexpected event. A skull face. What the fuck is a skull face? It's some kind of magic item. Population negative 320. I wonder if that's a... there's a battle in Kefsia. Barbarian Lord. You know, we haven't seen Bogus yet. This must have been a random event. And we're starving. Let's see the... Actually, I like to just look at the final battle. Let's see who is still... It's one of Flagra's guys and a fucking ocean guy? Atlantis? Who is lost an eye, has a limp, and is feeble-minded. Wow, he's got a lot of magic items. Alright, buddy. What about you? This is their prophet. He's experienced. He's a slaver. Withering weapon. What is this one? Swimming. What does swimming do? Okay. Cross rivers on the main map. Let's go. Let's see how it goes. Oh, that was quick. He's feeble-minded as well, man. Okay, so we'll send her back for the seduction. And we'll have you seduce again. What do we got here? Pick up these troops. Whoa, there's a lot of troops here. I did not know that. I thought there was 1 or 2. Oh, are we recruiting guys here? We are recruiting guys here. I think I'm going to do 1 more turn of no recruitment. No, and let's turn this recruitment off. I think that's the goal there is 1 more turn of no recruitment and that way this will stay the same or get lower. while our income is supposedly going to keep going up. All right, so this looks good for us, actually. We want the monkey guys are still expanding over here. Let's see. We want them to attack the flagra. And we'll construct a building. I know it's expensive, but we need our dominion to keep expanding. This is the war we fought and won. We should cut to the right down here, I think. Try to go after these castles, maybe. Or, let's see here. Actually, where is this guy gonna go? This guy's gonna continue this way. This guy's gonna continue. This guy's gonna fly to wherever this guy goes. So, can he get, yeah, he can get to wherever this guy's gonna go. This is where my seductress died. And this army has 5 dudes that are in the top 15. And I think that's everybody I got is in the top 15 is here. I think I'm gonna go here. In that turn, next turn I can go here. That will leave this as like an opening, but this guy can come back and go that way. I think that's the option there. We're gonna go here. Or how much? Man, this guy's got a lot of troops he's carrying around. 70 troops. Yeah, we'll keep. I was thinking about maybe having him attacking here. It's free of enemy troops, but you don't know how that's gonna change. She can fly. Come here, lady. Down here to sneak in there. These guys got it. We got the castle. Enchanted tower. Let's fix this army. We got like dudes spread all over the fucking place. What is this? This guy's just a satyr. Wolves. I don't know what to do with these wolves. I guess we could just put them all in the same group, right? Undisciplined, hold line and attack, hold and attack, fire and keep distance. And what are you doing? I think seduction comes after, so, and like there's an order of what happens, and I think seduction, well, let's look. No, seduction comes before combat, so let's do this. Let's have her try to seduce again. Maybe she'll get a leader out of here. We own this now, so we can put these 3, can move forward again. And this is bordering a water nation, so we gotta put it like up to 30. And you're gonna build, it's cheaper. Let's have you build a temple here. You're just gonna stand here for this turn. How many troops can you carry? 40? It's tempting to have her fly back, or not fly, run back real quick. Let's do that. Pick up these troops and she'll run troops. We actually have some troops just standing around. How many do we got? Like 2 there. They probably fled a battle or something. But we got a guy here. He can pick them up. And we can move them to the front. Are we recruiting here still? I thought I turned this off. Yeah. And we'll go to there. We got a guy hanging out here too. So those are the 4 dudes. I moved here to build a temple here. We already are paying for that, so this guy is going to now continue with this army. He's going to lead this army. Do we have anything we can give him? We're at a laboratory. What does the skull face do? This helmet is made of a human skull and enchanted with black magic. The helmet increases the wearer's skill in death magic and enables him to animate skeletons during battle. That's not very useful for him, but you know what? Who it is useful for is like one of these guys. And we can now tell this guy to like cast spells probably. Horde of skeletons. It doesn't cost... Huh. It doesn't cost gems, so that's okay. Now we got this guy doesn't need to be here. How far can you go? You can go all the way up there. It's because they got hooves. You know, they can run with their hooves. You know, I'm gonna have him preach. And that's what I should have had this person do. And you're sneaking away somewheres, but you don't need to. You could preach here as well. Because this guy can get back there. You know what? Let's send her back anyways. Or we could send her to pick up this guy. It's such a few dudes. Yeah, we'll do it anyways. You're going to cast a ritual spell. You're going to cast Bowl of Blood. You're going to stand there. You're new. So let's go to recruitment. We're actually going to keep recruiting these guys. Even though that is expensive. You're going to research. These guys are going south a little bit. So let's keep looking there. What do we got down here? This guy's going to pick up this army. And move it back. What are you doing here? You're going to go back. Yeah, let's see how far south these guys go. This is a very, for Dominions, this is a very, each area is very well defined. A lot of times in Dominions, it's just this mess of small groups and weird lines. Like the computer will have like a weird shaped nation, but this is like a group of guys here, a group of guys here, a group of guys down here. Excuse me. Don't smoke cigarettes, kids. That's the why I'm coughing there. And this guy, we can have him preach. I don't think he can do anything else. Yeah, he's just some priest we seduced. The priest's always falling for it. I don't know what's going on there. I think somebody died there. Or she tried to seduce and it didn't work. Okay, this guy... Yeah, he's bringing a shit ton of troops, but I think I thought he could get... Yeah, I keep getting confused. Not confused, but... I keep thinking these tunnels I can pop out down here or something, but I can't. So let's keep him moving. Yeah, he can't even go there because that tunnel's in the way. I gotta remember that going forward. Let's bump this a little bit too, since I now have a little bit more money. And next turn, I'm going to do all the recruitment again. 25. 40. 35, 40, 35. I'm gonna double check all this shit. 30. Let's go to 35. 40, 40. That's basically how we've been defeating these guys is we take a place, we pump it up to 40, and then we can move forward and they can't handle it. We don't need that there. Double check. These are probably should be all like around 30. This one, we're going to go to 40. Anyone that borders the enemy. That's neutral. That's bordering neutral. This one's going to go to 40. This one's 0. That's bordering, but that's empty, supposedly. I think we just took this one too. And we're out of money, folks. We might have to do it for an additional turn after that. 35. I mean, I was hoping I could get around to this lower area and bump these guys to 40 as well. They seem to like to attack in here, so that's it. We're out of money. We're expanding slowly. I mean, we get, a little income each turn from each place we take. We're gonna get 50 gold from there this turn. Where is the other place we took? We took this. We'll get 100 gold from there. And we took this 18. And as this changes though to our thing, this will improve. I do feel like, yeah, I saw some turmoil in there. All of our little shitty satyrs have died. All we got are these in our undisciplined mob. We're down to our good troops. And what's weird is they're not really advancing to stop this guy. From what I can see, sometimes the computer does that, but from what I can see, maybe they're gonna just try to like drive in here and make me advance to them. Or, like I said, maybe they can't see that this is a huge army. They just think it's a bunch of little piss ants. That might be it. That they think this is a piss ant army with only like 5 dudes. So they're like, fuck that guy. But in reality, there's a lot larger force here. Research, we're covered on research. I think I'm just postponing the end of my turn for no reason. We could see if she can empower. 45 death gem. She can do death. In turn. I'm trying to think if ever in my life I've had just like a completely normal sleep schedule. Like this is bad, but at this point I'm just a night owl. If I didn't have a day job, it'd be great. I always tell everyone that I'd be the perfect person to send to Mars, because you got like 2 years in a ship, and I don't really, like they're gonna have make work for you to do, but there's gonna be real work when you're going to Mars, so you could sleep and then do like wake up and do your make work, whatever, and then go back to sleep. And I don't really need people. Streaming's fun, so you could still stream. There'd be the lag of chat would get worse and worse the farther you're from Earth, but it wouldn't be that bad. I think it's like 3 minutes at the worst. Um, Obviously, they would have to have very good connection. Bowl of blood. Didn't find shit. I never find shit with that. And then when I do, it's not. Battle in Scythia again. More ghouls. I don't understand what. Maybe these guys do ghoul combat. Aren't ghouls undead? Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Battle ensued and she died. Did not find a commander. Did not find a commander. A bunch of people died on the way because they were crippled. Rim Mountains. We conquered it. We only lost 5 dudes. We lost a Centaur Archer. They must have archered him. Retha. We conquered them. We lost some Yads. Klon. The province previously owned by Flagger has been conquered by forces. An enemy temple is found and it was swiftly razed. And we found after the did we lose our the werewolf died. It was his first combat. He's supposed to be invulnerable to stuff, but no, he died right off the bat. Unexpected events. What is it, Land of 7 Years? Wow, look at this thing. They even drew it with a dick. Phantasmal Beast. It has 1 hit point. The Phantasmal Beast is an illusion of a hideous being. The Phantasm is elusive, difficult to hit, but once hit it will be destroyed. The weapons of Phantasm are unreal and only harm those who believe them to be real. Well, that's why I pumped the province defenses. Me or defense +8, perfect. Gold, 284. We want more gold. Income, +10. Battle, sneaking enemy. And there was a bunch of werewolves. They must have cast that spell that we've been casting on them. We lost 27 harpies, but we won. We're starving. Of course we're starving. Okay, what else we got going here? Man, this is looking pretty good. So, I know I've mentioned this many times, but I get bored of games easily. And so this is this is about generally where I'm like, I'll save it and then like a year later I'll want to continue, but I can't remember what I was doing and I'll never play it again, or I'll start a new game. I'm a big fan of, fuck it, I'll start a new game. I like the beginning of a lot of games. So we finally did it. We got to here. So this guy's going to come back and he can finally join this. He'll get his 2 shit. This guy, yeah, so this guy can finally get I gotta do it here. We can put this, I'm gonna spread this out to these guys. And now our supply usage is only 55. So now this army's looking good. And we have choices. Oh, they went in and they took these independents. Our choices are, do we continue to here? Or do we go to here? Look at that fucking army. Holy fuck dicks. So basically what I was saying earlier is that streaming has increased my staying power for games. And we'll just keep moving forward. I'm going to move here, then here. Hopefully we can draw some of these dudes out of here. They have to build up guys. I mean, they don't have to. But I'm guessing that they're building up guys here because they see this threat of this fort and this slowly regrowing thing. And I guess they're not seeing this as a threat. I bet you it's the sneaking troops. This has been a thing since the beginning, and I don't remember this being so effective in the past, but I bet you to the computer when they look at this, all they can see are the non-sneakers, and that's just like these guys. So the rest of these guys can't sneak either. So this small army, the rest of this they probably can't even see in the menads, and they're like, menads, fuck those things. But we're continuing to really roll through these guys. This is an underwater one. The Great Blue. What are those guys? Algae, man. Huh. We're just gonna keep going. It's got 40 of them. Well, let's start at the beginning and go to the end here. We read all the messages, right? Okay. I can't decide if I should start recruitment again. I think I'm gonna wait one more turn and hope I don't have to make my income down to 0 again, or my treasury down to 0. All right, what are you doing, lady? We're gonna build temples. Let's move you to there. You can pick up that troop guy on your way. You guys, I really feel like we should just keep moving. How far can you go? Oh, that seduction didn't happen. Remember, I was curious. Maybe I can seduce a. Oh, she can't go underwater. But that might be something we can change. This guy was new, is why there might be. What we're looking for is a thing to allow somebody to go underwater. Hey, Chris, how's it going? How is your morning, afternoon, day going? Fine bow. I'm pretty sure it's a special item. I should look. Forge magic item. I am doing good, except for the waking up in the middle of the night. Wow, you got a lot of shit to be able to forge here. Yeah, I've streamed Dominions 5 a couple of times now. This is like the 4th, maybe? 5th, maybe? Skull Mentor. Oh, here's what we want. Manual of water breathing. Or this is one item. Amulet of the fish. So this is all, those are water things. And you know what though? Well, while I'm here, let's empower this person if I can. Not yet. um, so I was thinking, oh wait, we do have a water guy now. I forgot we got these guys. Forge magic item. What can you make? Ring of water breathing. It costs 5. Let's forge one of those. So what I'm thinking is we can make her ability to breathe water, maybe go down here and try to seduce one of these dudes. And if we can, then we'll have, well, I don't know. If he can't come out of the water, what will happen? I'm hoping he's an amphibian. And then we'll get a leader that's an amphibian. And if not, then, well, they die. And what was the other thing I was thinking of? Oh, we want to forge, not this one. What do we need for this other one? This one. It's Death Magic 2. Do we have anybody else who has Death Magic? Nobody has Death Magic. No Death Magic whatsoever. How much does that other thing? How much is this? Air magic or something? Air magic 1. We got any air magic suckers? Nope. I don't want to get in the water yet, but I want to be prepared for when the time comes. I want to take, so I'm at a war with Flagra here that's almost over. I'm actually stopping these guys. I think that Flagra might be one of the it's a newer faction, and I think that they might be a weaker faction because I can't believe like I fought them all the way back from like here, all the way back with almost I don't know if I've even lost a battle. I've just been moving each turn and taking them out. And so I think I've won against them. You don't want to what's the thing? 2 in the bush, 1 in the hand. I don't know. I don't want to count my chickens before they've hatched. That's whatever. But this war is just starting, and this one's gonna be rough. And well, not just starting. It's been going for a little bit, but they already took out Ulm, and these are the Ashdod dudes, and so these giants seem to be much more effective than these giants. These giants look cool, but they're getting their ass kicked. So I don't have any. I guess I could use her. It's just such a waste of her 59 research. How much research does one of these things give me? +6. So I'd have to make 10 of those things. 10 turns would have to pass for that to pay off. But I mean, what else are we doing with her? What about this? This is +14 and it costs 10 death. Let's have her forge these things for a while. What else she got in here? Oh, right. She's got the clam of the pearls. What is your favorite faction to play? Since you are an experienced Dominions player, this is the question I ask everyone, and it seems so far I've gotten a lot of different answers. A lot of different answers, actually. I don't think anyone's ever said that there's never been like an agreement yet. No one's like, oh, well, fuck that. But, well, maybe there are a few people who've been like, fuck that group, but, all right, so he is going to cast this spell. And yes, do that. And the next guy is going to cast this spell wherever you went. What is a Blood Feast? Infernal Circle. Bowl of Blood. And you're going to stand there. Yeah, see, our upkeep went down by $7 or 7 gold coins because I turned off all my, not all of it, but most of my recruitment. So I think I'm going to do one more turn without recruitment, then I'm going to turn it back on. We're going to move this guy as close as he can get, and he can pick up this dude here. And he'll join the forces there. She can't go there. Where can she go? This is kind of pointless. We'll send her back here. Construct building, temple. Seduce. Bring me an enemy commander. What were you doing? You can pick up these dudes here. Where is this? Yeah, you can. No, we'll drop him off here. I think this guy's on his way. You can meet him over here. And if you're going to meet him there, you don't need to go to here. You can go to there in preparation building a temple. Okay, way down here, these giants are still way down here. Jesus Christ. These guys are not fucking around. Let's keep looking, see where they're going here. Wow, these guys are a huge threat. Like, look how much territory they have. They have all the way from there to here, and whoa, all the way to here. Here's, whoops. Here's what's his fuck. So I like the Japanese one. I like the Japanese demon ones too. The Oni. Um, I think I like the descriptions more than I like actually playing them because they're kind of hard. Who the fuck are these guys? These are the red with a sword. I can't remember who these guys are. I think they're kind of rough, but it's good to find another faction. Red with a sword up against the Ashod. Here they are. The Vanheim. Isn't there a video game called that now? Oh, these are the guys with glamour. These are the guys with glamour. Shit. I don't know the names of I know very few of the names of the factions. I always have to look them up. Like Ulm I know because my friend likes to play them, and they're like the Conan one. All right, so these guys with glamour are fucking rough. They are gonna be rough to fight. So hopefully they go against Ashdod. And the reason why I know Ashdod is because I'm fighting right now. Flagra, I'm fighting right now. I don't know, like these monkey guys. There's some monkey guys up here. Mecha something or other. Um, okay. Yeah, these monkey guys. What are they? They have, it's this guy. I've played these guys, Banderlog. I've played these guys a bunch and just got miserably crushed every time. What are these guys? I've never seen these Tiger Riders before. Reincarnation. Huh. Um, all of their guys suck. All of their troops suck. They actually, this looks like slightly different. Maybe I played them at a different age. But I've played them a bunch and a lot. I've always been like, oh, this time I'm gonna do it. But no, all right, so back to this person. What am I gonna do with this person? This person, oh, not selecting the right thing. This is good to see. Unless these guys are just the monkeys and the whatever these guys are again. The glamour dudes. Um, the Vikings, the Van Heems, are fighting it out. We want them to fight against these guys. So let's go back. So basically we found their eastern border is about here, and their southern border we still haven't run into. This is quite a fucking war they got going there. And she is hiding. Why is she hiding? We're gonna have her seduce. Army set up. We've brought back the troops we went to pick up. And this is the one place I'm still doing recruitment right now. I turned it all off because I'm running out of money. I got a dude in here. Mixed in. Okay, so these are the three guys. Let's see, is there any place I can attack into where I'm positive I can win? Not positive. Maybe we'll wait another turn. They're using kind of a lot of wow, even with a guy preaching here and a temple, we lost our, well, we are right up against some of these. Our Dominion, she can fly back, and guess she's not all the way there. You can fly to there. You, where are we? You were gonna build a temple, which you did. Let's have her go in there and we'll keep building temples up. I like to cover my map, my side with temples. I feel like I'm the only person who does that. Just cover it with temples. Just fucking. Can you do anything here? No. If I have the money, every province would have a temple in it. Where's this guy going? This guy actually needs to join up with this army down here. It's a long walk, but he's only got a few guys, but this army down here is suffering from not having any chumps. The chump shortage. I have the Dominion's wind turned off. I think that's what I normally turn off. I've never actually finished a Dominion's game. I lose interest and flake out. But I was just saying this. Now that I've been streaming, it's forcing me to continue my my games. I can't flake out. No, that's where he is. I think I'm done with everything here. That was a long turn. No, I'm not done. We need to, I'm pretty sure, yeah, see, we didn't do this. Let's go to what we were doing in this area. Let's do 30. Oh, I got 8 free there. Let's go up to 40 here if we can. Let's do 30, 30. Let's do 30 first. There. You took this one. We got to do 30 here. And this one's probably fine to leave at 30. I don't need to bump this to 35. Oh my god, it's got those idiots though. That one's probably fine for 30, even though it is adjacent. It won't be adjacent for long. Ryla's my second favorite people to play from Pangaea, and once I win this in 2 years, I'm gonna do a Ryla game. It's I feel like Ryla's pretty overpowered. So what other? Lawn. So their main reason I like them is they have this. Their archers are these like tentacle face dudes, but they can strike anyone on the map. I'm pretty sure. I haven't played them in ages, but let's do 40 over here because these guys we're on the move for victory. We can't get defeated at the last second. They're not very powerful. They don't do that much damage, but so you can put them when you're setting up your guys. You can put them like way in the back, like way back here, and set them just to run away if they get in trouble, or not set them to like fire from afar. But then if you get enough of them, they just blast everybody who moves closer to you. And at the beginning, because they're really expensive. At the beginning, you don't have enough. You got to use like your normal underwater troops to do stuff. But once you get enough of them, you can just start rolling. And you get all these weird like heroes that join you. You can have your guys go in and lose their minds, and I don't know. I love it. I love the weirdness of it. I actually wish it was more weird, if that makes sense. I love that you can build temples or forts on the coastline, and then you get these weird fucking half tentacle, half humans that join you. All right, I'm gonna go take a quick break. I will be back in less than 5 minutes. All right, not that many battles, which is interesting. Hey, we found a site. Not very exciting. Whoops, not research. What am I doing here? Reading messages. Of course, we didn't find a blood site. Did not find a commander. These guys are crippled and died on the march. We conquered them and razed their temple. Flagra. We lost 30 dudes, though. They're mostly these chumps, though. Not a big deal. We gotta turn our recruitment back on this turn, though. Oh my, we're running low on chumps. We lost another Centaur Archer in this group. Weird. Oh, maybe they're diseased or something. We lost a white Centaur, too. Unexpected events, population. We keep getting these negative population shit. Crown of bones found. We got quite a few stats there. False prophets. Random events. Luckily, I pumped my defenses up. Okay, yeah, we're definitely, and now we're getting our income's finally going up again. Got to turn on my this is their home. Finally. Look at this army, man. Holy shit. It looks like some of these guys can come out of the water. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Wait one turn or... So these guys can catch up. You know what we can do, though, is we can... We put these... How many? You can hold 100? You can carry this forward. What do we got here? I guess this is the guy who found the quickness stuff. That's fine. Do we need this other? Yeah, no, I think that's like a pretty unusual thing that's awesome about this game is that, you know, you have the different choices, but then you can also do the different age and they'll be like similar but different. Yeah, I think that's like pretty unique to this. I can't think of another game that does that. Hmm. 60 enemies. Let's wait a turn. Yeah, when I play this multiplayer, we have a rule that no one can play death, not any death groups, not because they're too hard to fight against, but because their turns take too long. Because you have to move so many, like every place you have a temple, you have a leader that's moving troops around, and it just takes forever. We're gonna stay this turn. We're going to neither of these guys can do anything. This guy will search for magic sites. This guy will regroup here. Let's bump this to 40 because, and if we're gonna stand here a turn, let's move everybody back to midway. Nope. How was I doing this? Right click? Somebody in chat told me you could do this. I didn't know you could do this whole time. I'm playing this game for years. Like literally 10, 15 years. And now you can right click on this stuff. Alright, so let's have him sit there for a turn. So this small group can advance. These guys can go... You can go to there. How much cash we got? I haven't heard that rule, but that can make sense to me. Um, yeah, we were talking about that in chat where, you know, if your friend's playing just any, even like Ryla's last, I forget what they're called, but where they make the neighboring areas go crazy and they start killing the population. Like even if your like friend is playing next to you, no one really wants to be next to you. And yeah, I could see that. Our thing is, so my turns are always really long in all games, and so on turn-based games, my friends are always like, "Man, could you hurry up, dude?" And I just can't. I like to double check everything 1,000 times. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, ring of whatever. You can research, and we'll cast this, and that's generally the reason. It's more of it just takes forever for the person to do a turn. I do want to set up like an epic multiplayer with all humans, with, you know, the 30 factions or whatever. That would be pretty amazing to do. I've only had like 3 people, 3 or 4 humans. Okay, who's researching? You already got a skull. Let's give you a skull. Oh yeah, we got this other shit too. What is this thing? You can command many undead. We don't really want that. We want this ring of water breathing for the seductress. and uses fire bolts at the enemy. That one's pretty good, and this is that stupid thing. This is like a level 1 construction thing. That was me swinging it, by the way. We'll have you forge another one of these guys out at our construction. Enchanted salt. From the unseen is salt, huh? Yeah. What was it again? It's 10 of those. Wow. Well, that's the last one of those we can make. And you can research. I actually should probably have these one guys stop casting because they're experienced now, but whatever. Man, these guys are still going south. These guys need to get in war with these guys, is what we need to see here. So we got, I'm gonna leave this guy here, I think. Yeah, we'll leave him here, and this is, we got a three-way action going on. She couldn't find anybody to seduce, so maybe they've moved somebody in there, recruited somebody there. Oh, do I have two? I do. I have two down here now. So let's move her. Let's kind of leapfrog her back. No, actually, let's see where she can go. Let's keep an eye on these guys up here again. I know I've kind of been neglecting the monkey dudes, but they could be a problem later. That guy's preaching, hiding, defending. Alright, so they got quite an army here. They're tired of our shit, is what they are. Edomites, I don't know what those are. I think those are their giant troops. Where are they here? Is it this guy? No, it's this guy. Edomites are their giant troops, but they're like their shittiest ones. Size 3. Wait, do they have no archers at all? Where'd they go? They have javelin. Oh no, they do. Archers. So the choices here are is defend up or attack. And I think it might be worth it just to attack. We got 250 dudes. You know, we probably, yeah, we can stick those guys in there. Do we have any other leaders that don't suck? This guy can have 50 more, and that guy can have more. So let's give these guys to, say, you. And let's move this, though, over to here. So they're not trampling their own guys. I don't have any chumps in this army, though. 250. I mean, I got 30 chumps, but sitting idle is probably not a good idea. How many archers did I have? 82 of them. I think if you hit W, yeah, a few of them are wounded here. Never healing wound. We could, let's say we bump this to 40. That would be the one bonus of sitting idle, is that I can move everybody back. These guys would have to chop their way through the 40 dudes I just put. That's if they attack. They could attack into here as well. Let's put that on the back burner, and I'll just chicken out for now, and we'll do this instead. We'll set this army up. Jesus Christ. Quite a mix here. I think we're going to have to split up how this is. We got 140. Okay, we got archers. These guys are all... Now this has become a nice fucking army after all this time. Hold an attack rear, undisciplined, hold an attack, blah blah blah. Don't have any mages with them though. Oh, we want you to have this. You're just gonna move forward. I think I am gonna have this guy sit a turn. He's been charging forward for so long, he didn't know what's going on. We'll have him preach the teachings. We'll have, looks like these guys are identical. We'll have you search. We'll have you search. Preach. Preach. This guy survived for quite a while. I'm amazed. And we'll move everybody back. Everybody back. And hope that the enemy attacks here. And if my theory about where that the computer can't see my dudes, my stealthy dudes, if that is the case, then they'll think this is weaker and they will attack in here, and that will be the end of them. I wish you could have two setups, a defensive setup and an offensive setup, so you wouldn't have to do this each turn. Not each turn, but the turns where you're... Alright, do I need all these other dudes standing in here? We don't need this guy in here. We don't need this guy in here. This is my prophet. He needs to be there. What is this magic item you're carrying around? You can give that to my prophet. Pelagon. You guys can head back. I think they were probably carrying troops at some point and then they got drafted into an actual... You cannot move as far as I thought you could, but get out of here. And you know what? We don't need two of these guys, but I'm going to leave them in there anyways. Let him blast some spells. Those other guys. And hopefully one of these groups will attack. Not both. We got 90 and 50. These are all slaves though. I hope both these attack in here. What were you doing? You were going to construct a temple. What are you doing? You're heading back to the home base. What are you doing? You were gonna try to... Man, you move slow. Catch up with that to this army with your guys there. You're gonna construct a temple and burn through all my cash again. Can't remember what you were doing. We'll send her to the south. No, I know what you. We were gonna give you the thing of water breathing and send you back in here and see if you can go down and seduce a leader out of there. Hopefully that won't make him declare war. We don't want to fight a water war right now. Probably. I got a guy here. I don't know what I was doing with you. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. You'll try to seduce again. You were heading back to just return home there. Yeah, you're gonna hold on a turn. You're gonna wait a turn. Wait a turn. If these guys are attacking into here, let's actually send these guys here. They'll have to get through. No, they'll have to get through all that defense, and if they get up through all that defense, they're still gonna have to siege the castle. No, let's leave these guys here. Let's set them up. They can't care anymore. Um, oh, these are the guys who couldn't do the double line thing. I never figured out why. Alright, that's a just in case we get attacked there too. I think I'm gonna wait one more turn before I fix my recruitment. I feel like I'm still not quite over the hump there. Who did I just ditch through on accident? There's somebody here. It was that guy. We don't care about. And let's make sure I got all of my defense built. Man, I was like rolling around in cash at the beginning. And now I am not at all. And one turn of not moving forward is kind of a bummer too. I don't remember Ashdod being such a threat, but man, I think that it's because they started next to Ulm, and Ulm kind of sucks. You have to be good. You have to be really be lucky and good with Ulm to get rolling. All right. A bunch of battles, which was, I guess, what I wanted. Conjuration level 4 is complete. That's nice. Didn't find anything. Blood Bowl. Hey, we got another one of those things. In Bogger World, we defeated them. Oh, this is the place they keep attacking with the... Is that... No. Bogger World is? No, that isn't. Where do they get... They must be casting some sort of spell. That's what it is. They're casting some sort of spell that is causing these... that is causing these ghoul things. Died. Battle on Golem Range. Another battle. We killed 82 of them, and they... Okay, so this is my main spot. This is my main... my main army with my prophet and stuff. So this was... My plan worked. I had hoped... Oh, we did. We actually got 2 of their commanders, 1 of their commanders, and is this guy a commander? No, so we killed their commanders off. This guy could be a commander. No, he's not. I don't think these guys are. No. Yeah, so we killed their commanders off. Let's take a look at this battle and see what it looked like here. Speed up time a little bit. I'm guessing my guys that I have set to... They do have those archers. Yeah, my guy's set to attack rear is what... really does the trick. Where are my minotaurs? Oh, they're much slower, huh? Alright, so we got 82 and we lost 11. My guys, those guys don't count. Ibis, forces of Ashdods took over some troglodytes. And this is down here. So this is where the 3-way is going to start. There's going to be a threesome down here. Battle here. Oh, I know where that is. That was that place that said it was empty. Oh. These guys decided to attack out of there. I've been trying to ignore those guys to... because they didn't want to start a war, but I guess that's happening. Right now, that's happening. Oh, and they're dead now. That was it. It's all over for them. Okay. Man, even with all of our temples here, we still can't expand our dominion, right? Well, I guess they got a temple there and a temple there and a temple there, but even so. Alright, she's going into the water. We're gonna have her go in the water and try a little amphibious seduction. Man, our upkeep still is not growing as fast as I'd like. I don't know for how many turns I can keep my recruitment off. Lady or dude, I don't know what I was doing with you. I think I built a temple there. Let's build a temple here then. We were having you rest a turn to pick up these guys, and these guys are here now. So, is there really a point to having these guys have a quickness? I don't think there is. You know, you picked them all off the bottom, off the corpse, so you can keep them. That's what it's all about. You showed the initiative. We should go in here. We should go into there. I was tempted to go in here, but I think over here is the spot that we're doing. We got 40 defense built there. We got 40 there. What is going on here? Where is this? This is my home spot. This lady has come back with her harpy, her group of harpies, and you know, she's an air mage. Didn't I want an air mage for something? What is that? Storm spool. What is that? Um, corpse man construction. Oh, I was thinking about making these. You know what I'm gonna do though? The gossamer cloth enables its wearer to cover his fellows in glamour and shadows, preventing them from being detected by enemy scouts. This actually might not be bad to make. Actually, I'm gonna have her forge that. Make my army look a little smaller. See, I still don't know if my theory if they can't see my sneaking guys or not. I don't know. We're gonna empower you. Let's go down the list. You got air is up next. And you're gonna cast your spell that you cast every turn. Summon Leogryphs. Ritual with this ritual, a convocation of Leogryphs are summoned and controlled. Leogryph is a magical, mystical, half beast, part lion. It is by some scholars considered to be a degenerate form of a griffin. They're only slightly stronger than lions, but their mystical heritage makes them more resistant to magic effects. Yeah, I don't want that. Not yet. We don't have to go. We don't have to start summoning stuff yet. We aren't there with the fear. Wow, who do we got down here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be using those for empowerment. Empowering. We're gonna empower forever. My God, who is just some centaur. She's just some centaur lady who oh, these guys. I've played these guys a couple times. They're actually really hard. They are, if it's the people I think it is, Acros. Oh, are these the people you were talking about? It is the people you were talking about earlier. Not nation overview. Let's see. Pretenders of the world. Where are they? They have like a couple of snakes. Is it this guy? No, I was thinking it was this guy. I played those guys a couple times when I first started. They're really hard to play though. What color are these guys? Blue? Light blue with some snakes. Light blue with some snakes. Oh, they're the guys at the top. Oh, I don't think I've ever played these guys. They got the hoplites, so they're like the non-beast version of my guys. Oh, look, they got the mounted commander that's like the neutral mounted commander you find. Acrocephial is an old kingdom. Although its glory days are long past, the ancient astrologers who aided past kings in building Acrocephial Sophial into a mighty empire have recently emerged from their century-old conclusion. Oh, is that what this scry thing is right here? Huh. It's accurate too, huh? That's pretty good. That is pretty good. That's like half the fear of every, so this is the southern of these. So these guys have a huge fucking empire. Look at this thing. It goes all the way from there. It's like this whole, they're bigger than me. No, they're like equal size to me. Huh. Let's move this lady back. And what are you doing? Okay, you saw this battle. You can stay there. This battle didn't happen, so I'm actually going to... Can we attack into here? I'm going to take this. You don't need to come along. You don't have any troops. You don't need to come along, I said. Oh, only he was able to get there? Yes, that makes more sense. We'll go here. You know what? We'll go here. Though, I attacked that twice, I think, and lost. And I think I've thought it was free of troops each time. And each time I have been wrong. Oh wait, those aren't hoplites. Oh no, they are. Oh, that was the whole point of this was not to do that. It was to do this. It was to move their things up. We got the chump brigade, and for some reason I still can't double line these guys. It's got to be like some kind of penalty, or I got a dude mixed in here or something. Oh no, I can't see anyone. Could it be a bug? I don't think I've ever seen a bug in Dominions, which is kind of impressive now that I mention it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen. All right, we'll put those guys up at the front. There's the back. That's it. Going in. And yep. Maybe they have to have that one ability. That ability inspiration or whatever to do that. Or a bonus their morale or something. Alright, so they attacked with one force, but then this other force joined up. We lost a couple of guys. Yeah, actually, now that I mention the no bug things, that is very impressive that I don't think I've ever seen a bug in Dominions. This guy's still on the move. He can move all the way to here now? He was like putting along. Now he can get to there. Guess it was the train or something. I'm gonna have these dudes sit here like a bunch of idiots for one more turn. Then yeah, one more turn of idiot standing. These guys will go into here. 40. Yeah, this is good. We can have this guy start going up here and capturing as he moves north. We won't even... And we can hope again that these guys attack. I don't really want these guys to be pinned in here, but maybe that's all we can do. They're not starving or anything anymore. I mean, let's look at the Hall of Fame. These five are at the top pretty much. Oh, except for these guys they're dying, but oh, we killed this guy, didn't we? I don't know. And we're in our dominion. I hope that hurts them. I know it will hurt their profit. We already did our searching and all that stuff, so I don't think you're a preacher guy, no. So yeah, you guys just can stand around and do nothing. Alright, what was this guy doing? It says he's moving to here. Oh, this is the reason why I can move that guy. I was on the wrong... Wait. What? Oh, when I'm back to that guy, I'll figure out what was going on there. You built your temple, so you can move to there. You guys are just hanging out. Can I research here? Yeah. Okay, so these guys have expanded a tiny bit, I think, since I was last over here. So let's see. Actually, let's go up to here. What are you doing? You were just standing here. Where is this? Can you get back home? No, you can get most of the way. You're just gonna stand there as well. This place I want to keep an eye on. I want to see still if there's a fight going on there. This guy, stand there, 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 stand there. It was these two guys. Where is this? Okay. These two guys we don't need here. We can send them towards home. You know what? I'm going to send one down here so we have a better leader. Oh, he's horror marked. And he's less. These leaders suck. We'll make him a troop carrier. They don't move very fast. You built your temple. You're moving to build a temple there, so you can move to build a temple here. There's no point to having you standing around. I think I'm going to turn back on... Yeah, I was looking for any zero. I'm going to turn back on some recruitment here. We didn't move forward with anybody? No, I guess we did there, but I already bought. Bump up some defenses here. Be nice to bump them all to 50. That'd be crazy. Okay, so now let's set up some recruitment again. Western Front. Yeah, let's do Western Front recruitment. I don't think no, they actually do. They have some great resources and stuff here now. We're not going to recruit any leaders here. I don't think we need any. So, what was I doing? A couple of archers. And I think I was like doing one of each of these. Just to have a nice mixed bag of troops. A couple of these guys. That'll give us 4 chumps. Let's turn off one of those and get a few more chumps here. Whoops, not those chumps. Those chumps cause unrest. If we can put the end to these guys over here, definitely not going to happen tonight or this morning, but if we can put the end to these guys here, then we can move all of our forces against Ashdod. Of course, the minute I do that, the water guys are going to attack. Or even probably before I do that, the water guys are going to attack. Or these guys will pull something out of their ass and become a threat again. Terracotta soldiers. Next turn I'll turn on more, and we'll slowly, that's what we're going to do. We'll slowly turn on recruitment again, instead of doing it every turn. And I got those forts down at the south, so I can actually set up my recruitment there instead at the home base. Besides my researchers, of course. Sacred troops fighting in the same battle as a pretender god within its own dominion are blessed automatically. I didn't know that. Man, why those rounds count down so slow? That was weird. There's these weird turns you have where there'll be no battles one turn, even though you've been battling forever and ever and ever. And it's very sketch. Alright. We got Alteration level 3. She empowered herself. No magic sights. A dire portent. At the beginning of the month, blah blah blah. Oh, they cast her global enchantment. I should actually probably be paying attention to those. What I want is the Great Tree, I think it's called. At the beginning of this month, Makar, the high god, or the most high god of the celestial bodies, king of all sources of water, king of stellar light, casts a great enchantment upon the sky. An enchantment that holds the seas of omniscience, reserved for those that he is to rule all. That which is hidden has been revealed to Makar, that which is forgotten will be found. You are being watched. Your servants are being watched. Your slaves are being watched. The unblinking eyes of the Lord of Pangaea is ever watching your move, peering over your shoulders, glaring at you from the sun, watching you from the shadows. By taking the first steps towards omniscience, Makar has set upon himself a path that if not blocked, will lead him to ascension. Obviously, there's only one fitting punishment for the grotesque arrogance. You must blind those ever-present eyes. No sights found. Van Heem. They got a new prophet. I've had my prophet from the beginning, man. The province previously owned by Flagra has been conquered by us. We raised their temple. We lost 14 dudes. Just satyrs and Menads, or however you say it. Bagul had 2 fights at once, so we conquered it. We only lost 2. This is that battle down to the southeast, I think. And then we got attacked by Ashdod. And we defeated them. Wow, it was heavy. Heavy casualties on my side. Holy fuck. We put these guys down. Who is this guy? kill these priests and we killed his leaders. I know where this is. Let's go to it. It's that province where I was all, yeah, unworried about taking. We won there, but it was costly as fuck. Oh, the global enchantment actually is lit up. We might actually be able to do a global enchantment. Let's look. The tree, the great tree or whatever it's called. I forgot they existed for a minute there. Where would you be, tree? Not much of a rhymer. That was about as the depth of my rhyming abilities. I know it's a nature one. Maybe I don't have it yet. Can't remember if they're marked special on here. Voice of a poo. That one might be worth. What is it? Level 2 water? Do I have a level 2 water guy? I don't. Not here, but I actually have one over. I mean, besides my god. Let's put her back to empowerment. I'm gonna check research. What do we got? Next is water gems. Let's do nature since we know we got a good income with nature. And before I forget, we need to put another one of you on this queue. And research. I don't think it's conjuration. I think I thought that they were the caster summons a monster boar and sends it to a distant province to ravage the land. The boar is a descendant of the monster boar sent by the Lady of the Hunt to ravage the foreign lands of obnoxious peasants. The boar will cause unrest in the province until it is found and slain. I guess I could Google what it is. In fact, that's what I'll do. That will be easier. What is it called? Great Tree? No, it's called something else. World Summon Tree. Someone put oh, I guess it was 2 years ago. Magic path boosting and diversity guide. Exactly 2 years ago. Generic summonings. I can't remember the name of this. I don't know how to Google it because I don't know the name of the spell, if that makes sense. Is it these things? No. Is it Fort of the Ancients? We were talking about this one. It's Mother Oak. Here it is. The oldest and global enchantment. I remember this being better, but I guess it just gives you 10 nature gems. I thought it also made forests grow or some shit. Improved forests or what is this thing? Utter dark. That. Now that is a fucking global enchantment. Holy shit. Wish. Oh, you know what's another cool spell that you can get is the spell where you can turn one of your soldiers into a leader. I forget what that one's called. But all right, not fucking around with that. And we're way off from that. Um, so I think when the other guy got experienced, he got another level. Oh, it's gift. Yeah, you're right. It's gift of. Is that alteration? It's probably his gift of reason. Gift, gift of reason. Gift of reason, maybe. Gift of something. But that's with Ryla especially. You get some blah creature, and then there you go. You're a leader now, and it's just all blah. It's more fun to. It's more like it's not necessarily that great of a useful spell, but it's just more fun. Um, what did I have that guy do? I think I had him. In fact, I think I've been forgetting to give. What are you doing? We want a researcher here. Researcher. Yeah, we have forgot to give. He made this. Um, let's give you that to you. So that, what was this do again? Many undead beasts. You know what? We'll have her. Oh, she can't bring that, huh? Oh, I don't like the berserker pelt. Well, keep that. She's gonna carry this to somebody. I don't know who. No, I know who. We'll carry. She can fly almost all the way here. Wow. We'll fly her all the way down here. 2 turns. Why is it? What's going on here? Oh, he is moving these troops here. I was like, this we need 40 defense. Here we are. Oh, with these guys are fucking worthless. Okay. See how sad I was? It made me sad. Um, these guys I want to get out of here though. I want to take this. Where else did we take? We took this over here and we lost a bunch of dudes. So let's bump that to 40. And where is the closest castle to here? I feel like I took one somewhat near here. Here is the one. It doesn't have, well, it's got a temple. Doesn't have it has a lot of stuff here. Its recruitment and resources aren't great, but good enough. Oh, you know what I forgot to do up here? Damn it. Where was that? Was it here? No. It does have repeat. We're gonna recruit here. And a couple of archers. Yeah, I can't. They don't have the recruitment points for anything good here. Alright, we'll do this instead. We'll make this Chump Valley here. Repeat that, and we'll see how many we got here. This also isn't that great. But we won't recruit any chumps here. Guess we'll just get some mediocre guys. Jesus Christ. And this recruitment should still be on. Hey, our Dominion reappeared there. Yeah, this is still on. And we actually have more recruitment points here now. I guess it's going to be negative regardless, so. What a weird little area this has been since the beginning. Not the beginning. I got a random event that gave me this. And this is way earlier when I wasn't even close to here. And we slowly chopped our way to here. Alright. We won this battle, and I feel like it was Shrine of the Out. A foul spawn. I'm pretty sure those are something Ryla gets. Those little weird. They kind of look like a foot, an upside down foot, I think. Alright, let's go up to 40 for you here. These guys are going to be getting desperate, so let's do this. Let's go to 45 on these guys. And we'll have some seduction happening here. I hope this doesn't make them declare war. These are temples? Yeah. She's going to lose and die, and all that work will be over. Man, the issue with these guys is they just can't. They haven't been expanding. They need to. This game in Dominions, you can't sit still for that long. You can cut a few breaks, but you can't. You can't be sitting there like those guys have been sitting there. And not enough troops there to be worth moving. All right, so do we go into this? We go in. We're going into this one. We're not going into that one. Fuck that. We're going into this one. I bet you they could beat one of these defenses. Even at 45, I bet you they could do it. So I'm hoping what I can do is it will be a war of attrition where they don't have the money to support these guys, but I don't know if it works that way. Keep kind of lurking there. You can stay there. You're preaching. You guys are standing around like idiots. Okay, so this battle... we have to take advantage of what looked to me like a really bad massacre on my side. What's the name of this place? Golem Range? I mean, we won, but I thought we took like heavy casualties. Oh, that was the turn before. Where'd their army go? Up to here? This guy's in the shit? He is. I was gonna move him though. When does this guy get troops back? Those are guys who ran away. Oh, bunches of guys ran away. You can change your path then, buddy. You can go pick this stuff up. We got dudes sitting idle. Alright, we can't have this guy sit idle anymore then. It would be nice for this other army to catch up to him. But where to go? Go into here? Or go into here? We are going to go path of most resistance again here, and let's move these guys forward. Oh, we got a bunch of meads. Let me fix that. Meonads. I don't know how many times meonads have saved my my Pangaean army. You know what I forgot though when I was setting this up is I forgot. So I used to always put a point of turmoil in, but I couldn't remember why. So when I set up this game, I said no to the point of turmoil, and then once I started, I was like, why aren't I getting any meonads? It's because didn't have a point of turmoil in there, you know. Move all these white steers or whatever they're called forward. I mean, I don't have to line them all up like that, but I don't know. Humans, why do they do stuff? Okay, we're gonna go path of most resistance. We're gonna go into there. This guy, yeah. Who's next? Who are you? You are here? We're gonna get about 4,000 bucks. So yeah, we're gonna continue to. You don't have reinforcements coming. Let's move you in hope that this 40 can hold. I mean, you'll get some reinforcements coming, but not. Oh, and let's hope that you can win against this. What does this say? We don't know if there's, whatchamacallit there. Silence, dead silence. All right, so I was gonna call it a night at 3 hours, but I want to do one more turn. So I'm gonna hit end turn. I'm gonna go smoke real quick, and then I'm gonna do one more turn after that. My turns are like 30 minutes a piece at this point. So, and maybe who knows? Maybe I'll want to do one turn after that. You never know. I try to. I think only Star Sector actually. I've done like 2 5-hour streams. I try to keep them around 3 hours, but I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Oh, yes, it is. It is an addiction. Oh, just one more, and then 16 hours later, you've lost your job and you're homeless. Um, no magic sites. No magic sites. Never magic sites. Failed to seduce and there's a battle. Kill him. Well, they both died. All in range. Oh, on the march. There's a lot of battles here. Let's see. Ooh, our force has been beaten by a stronger force from Ashdod. The enemies now control our... We only killed 17 of them. Where was that? I feel like that's... Oh, it was there. Okay. We've had a really hard time holding that. Is it? Um, 40 defense lost. We defeated and we killed their Cyclops. Where is this at? Belk? Where? Well, wherever it was. Their dudes died needlessly. Forest of Long Nights. It's like I came up with these names. I came up with this forest name when I was a kid called the Hanging Forest because all the bark hung off of it. Um, most of the problems are conquered by force. There's an empty fortress. We took them out there. We lost some Maenads and some satyrs. The Great Dunes. We conquered and we lost a Centaur warrior and 2 Maenads. And I know where that is. And then Battle of whatever. Um, we defeated them. We lost 1 satyr only. Unexpected event. We want money. Lasting peace. 7 doves. Misfortune. Gold. We got some gold. We got some gems. We've destroyed the wall and a new famous hero. This guy is a new famous hero. This guy who I just said, I was like, dude, I'm going to send you to your death, buddy. He's now famous. What did he get? Not the glutton one. Oh, it's the fat one. This is the one I always get. This is the first time I've gotten into this game, but I feel like every time I play, all my heroes get this one. I guess it's fine actually. For this guy, it actually works because he gets a strength bonus. He gets more hit points and strength at the cost of some encumbrance. So for him, it will actually be okay. I never do this. I never send leaders just as troops, as thugs to fight. I never do that. This guy's just gonna be chasing this other dude around now. Can't be helped. These guys are going in here. We see the death knell of the Flagra here. I wonder if I could keep streaming and doing this until Flagra's dead. Man, that's like 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of turns. That's more than the common addiction of just one more turn. That's like just 5 more turns, and they only take a half hour apiece. That's it. Only a half hour apiece. All right, these guys are moving forward though. Oh, I never fixed their thing, and we won anyways with very little. Wonder how that worked. Probably because my archers slaughtered them. What is the name of this place? Forest of the Long Nights. Let's view it and see how that worked. Maybe I've been using these guys wrong this whole time. If they have archers themselves, yeah, they didn't have any archers. No, they do. Their archers just have to advance because our archers are better shot or longer range. Hmm. I don't think it really matters that much. I mean, it probably matters. I don't know. But we could put these guys back a little bit. Maybe that's what I've learned from this mistake here. I don't think we want them to be back like that, though. Okay. Oh, we got it. We're sieging. I was thinking, no. Oh, we didn't get into this castle. I thought we did. So that's gonna be many turns before, because we got to take this one, then we got to take that one. I like to go around in circles, you know, cut them off. Unless they look like they're kind of weak. Maybe I'll just go straight in, you know. Oh, I can't. So yeah, I would probably take that one next. So we got to maintain the siege, though. Will it tell me somewhere how long? I think it does. Um, I guess it doesn't. I thought it told me how long it thought the siege would take. Man, they got some good dominion over here, though. Alright, can we bring some reinforcements? Yes, we can. Got a few reinforcements for there. What do we got looking at here? So this is kind of what we expected. Let's move you over one. And they still haven't taken advantage. This one. No, that's my castle. I thought it said there was something that we did here. This is just a straight up army. For a second I thought this was a thing of their own. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna go in here and we're gonna put this 45. These guys are little these guys are stronger than the flagra guys. So 45 this turn. $55 for that one. For the home base in this area. Not a very good home base, but hopefully that will slow him down. Bet you these guys try to attack in here this turn. Guess we're going 45 all across the board for places we can. These are all neutrals. Unrest 78. That is so expensive. It has to be done. Alright, this guy, we put you at 45. You guys were back at the beginning here. And you'll just keep chasing this army. And you know, maybe I should set these guys up instead of being just a big blob, because he might actually get into the shit here. He might, whoops. Now he has one too many units. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Um, No, I did it again. Let's see, he's going to be behind a defensive wall. So that's what we want there. Yep, that's what we want, just in case we get in some shit. What was she doing? She was bringing this glamour thing forward. You know what we could do with her, though? Attack rearmost. And... Cause she just gets dudes, and she's tapped out on guys. So let's not have her sneak. Let's have her move. Oh, right, you gotta control. Just in case these guys like move up here or something, we need some fighting forces. You built your temple here. You're gonna move there. What are you doing? You're picking up guys. Where can you go? You are building a temple here. Ate through all that money. All my chumps are gone. I think we're gonna keep rolling. Keep rolling. Taking these guys. This was this guy's original goal that I had assigned him, was just to take out these neutrals, and this Ashdods fuckers appeared. But I wanted to keep expanding my territory along here. So let's keep him doing that. He can, you know, maybe make a strike into a place occasionally into Ashdods land. I don't like building castles. I don't like building forts. I don't know. Everyone in chat keeps telling me that I should be building more forts. I don't like them. So the only fort I haven't, no, I haven't built in, no, I built this fort. This is the only fort I've built. The rest I've just captured. And maybe that's, um, maybe I'm playing the game wrong. But that's how I like to do it. We can have you go up to here. I don't think they're that beneficial, I guess, is the deal. Oh, you've already done there, so what do we want to do with you? We could send you back to here. How far can you go? Alright, are you new? No. I don't think you're new. No, you're not new. You are this guy. And I usually don't cast very many ritual spells, especially summonings, until there's something wrong. Oops. What were we doing here? We can do fire. What are we the shittiest at? Astral gems. We have so few of those, though. I'll let those sit for another turn. What did we do last time? We did nature, so we're in 7 nature. So we can do fire. We do water. They're both the same level. Earth, all the same level. So I guess it doesn't really matter. What do we have the most of? Earth. And what's her research at? 63. You know what I might do instead, actually, is do one of these. I think they're 10. Yeah, now we have enough death magic. We were down to like 2 or something. Alright, we got 1700, so I don't think I'm going to add another recruitment pool yet. Why is this guy just standing here? What we could do, if he doesn't have anything to do, we can send him... Man, you figure centaurs would be faster. Maybe it's because of the snow or something. You know who's really fun to play but's really hard is the flying dudes. Because you can fly like your whole armies like over mountains and stuff, but your armies get smoked really easy. I can't remember what they're called. They're like winged people. Okay, this guy bringing these troops to you, I guess. Guess I didn't go through everybody, because why do we keep getting these? No, I guess that's everybody. Like, I had a great time playing the wing dudes for a while, and then I ran into someone like the Ashod where they were pretty well established, and I got wrecked, but I could like fly over mountains with whole armies and do like a sneak attack into their weaker areas and fly back and pillage and so I've been thinking about this for a while. I think Dominions could have a much larger following if there's like a few issues with it, and one of them is the graphics. Like the world map is fine. They could make improvements, but the combat graphics are pretty shitty. And for people like me and most of the people who are community members of me, that doesn't bother us. But the average person is not going to look at the combat graphics and think, I want to play this game. And I think if they fixed the combat graphics and made the combat field bigger, like in the icons bigger, for each troop, and made them like 3D-ish, they don't have to be like Total War great, but they got to be something, you know, and better animations, than just like meh, meh. All right, Conjuration 5, nothing. Hey, oh, Brigand Lair. I think, aren't those shitty? I don't want a fucking villain. I think that would help. Man, I've been getting a lot of white minotaurs. Help with people. We won without losing anybody. Uh, people playing this game plus 15 defense. Wait, there was more battles. We took them. I didn't. What were we going after? We were going after. Man, we lost a bunch of dudes. Oh, here's these harpies. I was saying like if this became more of a fight. There's just Menads though. War Minotaurs. He moved his big army there, and we fucking decimated him. I always look at their commanders. Like I always want to make sure their commanders died because their commanders, if their commanders die, that's like they're experienced dudes. They lost a priest, and yeah, like a few of their dudes got away. 5 of them got away, but um, yeah. So I think improving the graphics would be the main in combat. would be the main thing. There's other minor stuff too. I think that you should be able to command or uh, oh my God, we're still not through that. You should be able to do commands in combat. It's already basically set up. If you look at like army setup, not on this guy, but let's say him. Like you could have this exact thing. Like let's say you can leave like the icons like this for this screen, and you could even set it up like this. But when battle starts, you should be able to click on these guys and say and then tell them what to do. And in fact, I want to look at that combat. I want to see what happened there. Not research. Where was that? And you could have terrain and stuff then too, like forests and rivers and like imagine if there's rivers or lakes in it and there's like you had merfolk hanging out in the lake fighting. It'd make it much more dynamic. Okay, this is what I wanted to look at. I wanted to see what these harpies did. Man, they held down the archers until my dudes got here. Huh. That is a good point. If Paradox bought it. Paradox used to be one of my favorite publishers, but now not anymore. I feel like they put out subpar games to start, and then they just pound the DLC out until you finally, when the game's $200 with DLC, it's a good game, and then it's an amazing game. But yeah, and this is two brothers, if I remember correctly, who make this game, and one of them actually does the graphics almost exclusively, I think. So, no offense to you, Mr. Brother, which brother you are. Like, I think the graphics are great, but I don't think that we're gonna get any. Like, I guess they don't necessarily need wide acceptance of the game either, though. If they're making the money that they want to make, yeah. So all of the harpies ran for it, which is kind of normal in the harpy fights here. Can we just put these in with these guys? She was here though to drop off this to you. Actually though, oh, okay, he can't carry that as well. We'll give this to you. Oh, that's totally true. Um, so Paradox, it will work. It will work fine. It won't be like clunky. It will just be lacking in features. It will, it'll be pretty bug free and but no features. And you'll be like, what is this game? Like CK3 is a good example compared to CK2. Crusader Kings is what I'm talking about. Like CK3 is pretty boring because there's no content. And that's how CK2 was when it first came out. But now if you buy, well, CK2 is free for the basic game, but if you were to buy all of the DLC back in the day, it literally was $200 for the game. But the game was amazing after that point. But yeah, no, most AAA games, they come out and they're just trash forever. Not forever, like you're saying. First couple of months. I haven't bought a AAA game in a long time. I'm trying to think. I got that Call of Duty World War II. I didn't buy it. Somehow I got it for free. Trying to think. I gotta give this back to him. How I got that. That game is trash. It was a terrible game. What does this say? I'm curious. Does this say is it people there? I'm assuming, just out of fear here, let's give it to this guy. Let's have them switch. It might be the troops he's carrying. Um, I've never even heard of that game. Neo? What type of game is it? Okay, let's put these ladies in their spot. We don't need you in the army anymore. You can go pick up your ladies. Whoops. Ah, it's Dark Soul style. Oh, I bought Red Dead Redemption, and there was a couple of it was a little bit weird, like just very tiny in the single player. I didn't really have that many issues, and I thought that game was amazing. The online, it was garbage, absolute garbage. I was shocked how bad the online was. It was so bad. I couldn't even. I actually saw on Reddit someone posted like, what is this going on here? And they're like, oh, that's like just people who've modded the game and ruining it for other people. But there's nothing you can do about it. And I was like, how is that even possible that they're letting that, like, it's just, and it happened to me. Like, I couldn't play one day because every server I got on, I was just getting exploded the minute I spawned. And I knew it was like, someone, I don't want to call them hackers because they're not really hackers. Script kids is what they used to call them when I was younger. Scripty kids, um, kiddos or something like that. Anyways, scripters. I like, why wouldn't Rockstar address that? That should immediately be like, how is that even like, oh, that just happens? Like, what the fuck? That blows my mind that online is so absolutely terrible. And then I was getting griefed by people right off the bat. Uh, so let's say I played 5 hours of online, 4 of those hours were bad of me like just getting griefed and other things, and I just was like, I don't know, why? So that'd be the other AAA game. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've bought any ones besides that. I could look at my Steam though and probably find. I am extremely cheap. I like to use the term frugal, but it's really I'm just cheap, and so I like free games. And so a lot of times I'll be like, I can wait until I get this game. It will come out on Humble Choice in 2 years, and then I'll play it. And I thought I was waiting for a good time for Red Dead Redemption. Yes, 2. But it turns out I should have waited longer. The single player was amazing. That's like one of the best games I've played in years. But the online was crap. Oh, you know what though? This blew my mind. There was a bug in the single player that I looked up because it was so annoying. So when you go into camp, everyone in the camps says you should put on a jacket because it's cold. But you could be wearing a jacket or it's cold, it's not cold or whatever. It's just a bug. And I looked it up and it had been going on for years and they hadn't patched it. Years of this bug where they just, and how long would it be for them to take for them to fix that bug? It wasn't that big, you can just ignore what they're saying. It's not important for the game or anything, but it's just a weird, like, how do they give no shits about that? It blows my mind. I think I only need to go to 30 here. That that bug, I don't know. And people, the same thing. The fans are like, just ignore it. And it's like, but why? It like shows badly on the company if it's been in bug for years and they're not doing anything about it. I don't know. It's weird to me that AAA companies, like especially Rockstar. I mean, don't they have like just money falling out of their ass? Let's bring. I don't want to fight that. I can't hold that. Every time either I lose the battle there, just have no luck. Let's send him back. I think we got a few troops lined up. Yeah, we'll regroup here and then we'll like go after one of these. We finally captured this thing after it's been sitting next to us forever. I know, is Paradox considered AAA now? Because I probably bought... Oh, so I played Stalker Anomaly. Because I played the original Stalker, and I downloaded the Stalker Anomaly, and holy shit, that was hard. That was very hard. I don't think I played the Protectors mod. Yeah, I love the OG Stalker. Like, I even loaded that up the other day. It doesn't really work on my computer anymore, sadly, but I haven't I have had no luck seducing them. I've tried. For the love of God, I've tried. They're not falling for my wiles. Um, yeah, no, I downloaded that anomaly. I didn't know that. So there's a RTS with it. I definitely should check that out. Let me Alt Tab and put a note, or I'm gonna forget in like 5 seconds. Ali Doors mod. All right, here. Put this over here. So my seductions have only seemed to work against like the lowest schlubs of like independence. Warlord's Battle Cry series. That's an old series, man. You're dating yourself there. I'm dating myself. Back in my day, we used to play Warlord's Battle Cry. I think I only played like one. Um, one of those, and I think I only played it very briefly. Okay, I think. Really? I didn't know. So Dark Skies is a world thing, right? A global enchantment, right? I didn't know that affected seduction. Where should I go from here? This is... All right, well, let's do this. Well, before I make any decisions, let's go up to my 45. We took this to... I don't think... No, we do need 45 here. Wait. Seduction is based on morale? We were talking about this the other day. I think it was the first stream I did. Um, I didn't know that. So we were trying to figure that out. Like the first day, we were talking about how I never have any luck with seduction, and then I was like, you know what? This game, I'm just gonna produce like 1,000 of um, the ladies and try to do it. Yeah, that's same here. Oh wait. Oh shit. I gotta ban someone in chat. 1 second here. Gonna ban this person with their attempt to sell spam bot. Okay. Sorry. Well, let's see. So normally, I have it on set to very difficult research. I love very difficult research. I feel like it makes the late game pop more. So here's Dark Skies for each point. Well, that's good to know. What was this other one you were talking about? Oh, you were just talking about thermology 7. What is this one? That one's pretty good. Yeah, that's ages off for me right now. Thanks for telling me about the morale thing. Yeah, we were talking about that and we couldn't figure out. Chris, I just saw your message. You're a proud boomer in your 20s? Yeah. Blood nations are hard because you have to harvest blood. You have to harvest your population. I forget, there's one nation I play pretty regularly. Who is it? Uh, Basically, I send them out of my capital and I find some other town and just wreck that town. Like you'll go to some other place. Like this one's, here's a perfect example. It's like, I got 15,000 people here. I'll send them there and do the blood stuff there. I forget what group that is. I like the concept of the blood magic. I, it's hard, like you were saying, to pull it off. Um, all right, so what are we doing here? Let's see. With this guy, I was just saying I was gonna move along and take neutral provinces, but yeah, all my schlebs are gone. Got a few schlebs coming in. Um, mm, all right, I guess I gotta decide what I'm gonna do with this dude first. Let me make sure his army is right. His army is, she's taken off. We already upped that to 45. We did. How long can these guys hold out under attack? I could take this. This probably might be the best move. No, because he might be able to surround me. Let's do this. Let's go into here. Let's go in here. We're gonna go in here with him. This guy can finally catch up. I guess, yeah. So I guess what you're saying is don't pick the one. So I usually just like, I don't even look at what the income is, but I guess I should be. I haven't done a blood one in a long time. I can't even remember the last one I did. What am I doing here? I am moving one step. And what are you doing? I don't remember what you were doing. I see a lot of temples. See a lot of temples, so I don't remember. I think I'm all done with temples in this area, so we can send her maybe down here. What do we got? We got some. What's going on here? Oh, I got my hidden researcher. One turn per day. Wow, I've never had it. I've never done multiplayer like that. That would take an eternity. Have you ever finished a game with a 1 turn per day? Alright, so this guy's moving down, so I think I have to move this guy this way. This one we don't need to worry about that. And let me double check here. We're completely out of schlubs, though. You can stay there. You're back here, but there's no... Wow. So I was saying earlier, I want to get a game where it's all humans. I've only had like 3 or 4 humans. And also, so the thing I've learned from streaming is any game that I think that I know how to play, because I've been playing this game for at least 10 years or something, somebody in chat knows how to play it way better. There's a Dominions Discord? That surprises me. These guys used to like live under a rock. When did they come out from underground? Okay, so Earth gems. Didn't I do Earth last time? Oh, I made her make a thing first. That's what I did. Well, you know, one turn a day would actually work great for me because I take so long for my turns. Um, and generally when I play multiplayer Dominions, everyone complains about um, how long my turns are. And yes, Chris, I think everyone does have a Discord at this point, which surprises me because like 3 years ago it was Slack. Everyone had to have a Slack site, and now it's Discord, and I'm waiting for the um, that to change to some other site that I've never heard of. These guys still aren't fighting. I want this war to go off there. Same here. And do the multiplayer games fill up with all humans? What was I doing here? I think I was sending this guy. I'm almost positive I was sending this guy down. Yeah, because he's so slow. This person, I am making a temple. Okay, so I'm down to 1500. Now my Stream Elements bot is just posting all the time. What the hell? It hasn't said anything all night. 2 different streams, and now all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm here. I'm talking. Oh, I meant like when you can get enough people even to start a all human game. Um, me and I only have like I don't have any friends is what I'm trying to say, man. Force of the Long Night. We're still going into this place, huh? We are. That's a real bummer. Except I guess he's gonna have more troops coming. Do you ever restart like in the first 5 turns if someone gets wiped out? Bogus. We were talking about Bogus the other day. Bogus has ruined many a Dominion game within the first like 3 turns. And with my friends, we've restarted when he does that. All right. ending my turn. I'm doing one more. This is, I know. One more is for real this time. Well, I was mentioning this earlier. I don't think I've ever seen a bug in Dominions, which is pretty impressive. So this goes back to my so like I said, really, yeah. So like I said a minute ago, every game that I've streamed, there's always somebody who knows how to play it better, and I think I'm officially a casual gamer. I don't play games like I don't even look up. I have a Dominions manual from Dominions 2 or something from when I bought it years ago. But I try not to like Google stuff to like figure out, what stuff is. I try to just I'm very lax. It sounds it's that um it sounds like it would be very too intense for me with the type of skill level you guys are talking about, or you're talking about with the guys playing the multi-level or the multiplayer. What are we doing here? We killed them and we lost Centaur. Yeah, no, it's. Well, you obviously already know more than me. People win the game. They just don't stop playing after 3 months. That's how ours always end. We play for like 4 or 5 days, and then suddenly people stop showing up because they got real lives. You know what I mean. They got like work and shit. This isn't one day a turn though. You would have plenty of time to do a turn. All right, we took these guys to. And all right, what are we doing here? Luck +1, province income, unrest. We killed it from. Where are you guys coming from? More time. We don't have time for this. Now we're starving over here. All right, we can fix that. I was playing. This is where this came up before. Is I was playing Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, and I was playing it all wrong. Is what it turns out. Um, and that's when I decided to announce I'm officially a casual gamer because I wasn't playing it. Yeah, see now my thing's going crazy. Um, I wasn't playing it wrong, but I was playing it less skillfully. They were like, "Why are you doing that?" And I was just like, "This is how I like going down here and trying to fight these things." They like that's gonna kill you, and I was like, "It's okay. It's a roguelike." No, it's good. It's good. It's definitely good. Um, man, these guys still gotta just keep sieging away there. Exactly. Exactly. And the guy was well, he wasn't being a dick or anything. He was very nice. He was actually helping me, just like Chris helps me with Star Sector. I mean, you're helping me with Dominions. Everyone's very nice. All right, I'm going in here. Let's see. What is my long-term goal here? This is for real gonna be my final turn, though. I know. I think is this the third turn where I've said that, or the second turn? Um, so I was just talking about how we were just talking about mainstream gain of people playing this, and I was saying the battles should have better graphics. Um, what do you think about? And I don't know how to pronounce your name. Odyssey, Odyssey, Odysseus. I don't know. I can't pronounce anything. I can pronounce hegemony now, though. Now that I practice it, that's another word I was struggling with. Yes, I've got that addiction. All right, we won this pretty easily. And we have a stack of dudes here, though. So I actually like the effort. Like I was saying, I think it's one of the brothers, and I think the art's great. But to get more widespread acceptance um, in the battles is the thing that I feel like. But maybe that's it. And so the what we were talking about is maybe we don't want wide stream acceptance of it because then another company might buy it or whatever. I don't know how into it, into developing the developers are. Like, are they still loving the game or are they kind of burned out? I don't really know. Put these guys in here. I mean, they've been making this game for as long as I've been playing video games, pretty much. Computer video games. I guess I've been playing computer video games my whole life. Not my whole life, since I was like 10. Come here. I don't think I have Minotaurs. Oh, I do have Minotaurs in this group. Minotaurs. Okay, so we got two white guys. I might check that out. How long of a series is it? White Centaur, we can go. Let's put him going back this way. This is kind of a little bit dangerous, but not that dangerous. Oh, that's cool. That's actually something I've thought about with other games, like how do they make it so that the streamer can, it's not boring, for the viewers. Okay, so we did 40 there, and I think I need to do 45. And you know what I think I'm also going to do is I'm going to attack this castle here this turn because I want a fort over on this side. Let me write down this dude's name. When I say write down, I mean type into a notepad file. Where did it go? Lucid Tactics. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in here. That'll get me a fort there. And let's move here. We can bump this to 45. This guy can join in the fight, sort of. Does he have stay behind? He does. Now that would be the best part is the being able to see the whole game and each as the nations like jockey around for position and stuff. That's what I was talking about earlier. Is usually I feel like so this is pretty solid groups in this game where like the shot are right here and these guys are right here and whatnot. I feel like normally when I'm playing against AI, there's just a mess. They're not like not compact, but yeah, like solid. All right, who is next? He's moving to there. Did I finally get to this? No, he's still trying to get away from these goddamn caves. All right, he's just standing around. Instead of you just standing around, let's move you towards the front. You can replace one of those dudes over there. And where's my other guy? There he is. Empowerment. What do we got? Water? I'm still only up to 34 astral gems. Man. Let's do water. It is the highest number that I have right now. You have built your temple, so off you go. Where? I think we're pretty much done over there. Way down here, we don't have any temples. Alright. This guy moves so slow, though. Figure centaurs would move faster. You're fine there. You guys are going in there. Is that a good idea? Yes. What was I doing with this dude? I think I was bringing him down there. I'm almost positive I was. She can go back home to the good old home. Oh, maybe I should have her pick up these errand dudes, these guys that are just floating around. I think that's what I was doing. Yeah. You built the temple we wanted you to build. Where can I do another one? Let's see. What is she doing? Yeah. Um. Yeah. I'm weird about building stuff outside of my main thing besides temples. I don't feel like my research is suffering right now. I don't know. It would be weird to compare. I don't know what turn I'm on. Um, 59. Like, I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe I should be pumping out researchers at other spots. There's somebody I'm looking for here. Where did that one chick go? I just saw her a second ago. You, what are you doing? I feel like sometimes this next button skips people that shouldn't be skipped. I think it's just me, but go pick up whoever's standing here. All right, I've definitely gone in enough circles there. I guess that's true. Um, they don't you don't lose the laboratory if it gets raised by someone. I like to cover all of my land with temples. That's what I do every time. I usually also start as my Dominion strength as 1, but this time I think I started as 3. But yeah, I like to cover everything with my temples. And you know what? I might have. You know what? I should do one more thing. Um, I was talking with someone else in chat, and they were surprised I do that. Yeah. See, I do have another. Oh no, that's the other thing that people always tell me that I should be doing is building more forts. I never build forts unless I'm like Ryla, and then I only build those on the coast. I don't see the benefit of forts that much. Um, like every fort here I captured except for this one. So I guess it's not never, it's almost never. Um, that one I built because I got this as a random encounter gave me that, and at the time I wasn't connected. But I like to like. I don't. I have. She's. I think she's only like level 2 water. Level 3. My God. I guess that's true. I don't know. Yeah. I let the computer love. So I'm almost always playing against the computer. The computer loves to build forts, so I just take their forts. Like that's where I got these forts. They love to like to stack up forts. Stack them up. All right, so I think that's for. You know what I'm gonna do though? Actually, I'm done with this turn. I've already double checked everything. I'm gonna hit intern. Last time I saved it before I did intern, and then I was like wondering why it looked like everyone had done stuff. Um, I am going to, after they're done with their turn, I'm not gonna even look at I'm not gonna read the messages, and I'm gonna save it, and then I am going. That I did 4 hours of Dominion. It's crazy. And earlier I was at like 2 hours. I was like, I think I'm gonna be ending my stream soon. But no, had to get my dominions going in my Pangaea expansion. So what I've taken away from this game, this run with Pangaea is those uh, new Phlegian guys. I still can't remember what they're called. The new faction of giants are not very good. I have been crushing them with ease. And they build a lot of those boulder throwers, but then their boulder throwers charge into combat, and then I kill them. So I don't know, maybe the AI doesn't know how to play them. No, not Ashod. Ashod's been is rough. Flagra? Flagra, yeah. That's I'm not looking at this. I don't look at it. Yeah, these guys, I've been crushing them without a problem. And yeah, they build all these Cyclop hurlers, and then in combat they just move them forward. Like they'll do one throw or something, and then they just move them forward and they die. But all right. Yeah, I think that they don't know what to do with them. But I've never played them myself. Oh, huh. Oh, right, because their whole thing is the slavery thing. All right, so that is the end of my stream for tonight. Like always, I'll export this to YouTube and send it over there. It is on my list. Let's see what we got here for Dominions. I got a few more games before I'm back to Dominions again, and I got Star Sectors up next for my like campaign games that I'm playing campaigns, let's plays. Um, Star Sector. We got Star Trader Frontiers. I may play this wrestler game. I'm not looking forward to it. It looks fucking stupid. but I wanted to check it out anyways and hopefully be surprised. I'll probably play some Kenshi. I don't know. I might play Kenshi later today. I fixed the issue, I think, with streaming it. I think it was the water. I mentioned that like 15 times or something. So yeah, that is it for now. Thanks for dropping by, Odysseys and Chris.